Part 3, Revit, 5/12/14. Okay, skyline design, take 2. We go to the 3D view, the default view, which you get under the house guy. You right click on it, you say duplicate view. Now I take my view and I rename it. Always rename everything. The worst thing you can do is just leave all these default names, and it just becomes a very terrible mess. And we'll call this exploded axon. Now we take a member or an element and then we click on the displace tool, which is right here under view, and then it gives you this handle and you pull it up. Then you add the path by just clicking to the corners. Okay, and it's just doing it for that one view. So we can continue. Let's say that one of the walls that we've worked out pretty decently is this wall here. So let's take this wall here and let's displace it. And actually we're probably going to hide that. You know, we may even hide that, who knows. Then here's what you can do is you can add to a displacement set. So if I click this thing here and click this guy, I've lost it. Displace elements. I need to think about this for a second. Well, let me pull another one out first. Let's just place this guy here. That didn't look very good. That was not going on a right angle. Okay. And then again, I add the path. That's not the good path. I want the actual corner. Okay, so if I wanted to add this, I'm trying to remember how to add it because it usually is pretty obvious, but for some reason today it's not that obvious. So I'm even watching their little video, which is over now. Oh, here, edit group. Okay, maybe that's it. No, edit. Okay, there it is. Edit. Okay, so then I hit add. Oops. And this brings those guys to my piece over there. Does that make sense? I'm adding to my displacement set. Okay? And then I'll just add this column here. Okay? And then I finish, and I can do the same thing with this guy here. I can click on it, and I can say edit, and then hit add, and then I can add some of these things. And I think for this project, again, for most projects, this is not something that you need to do that frequently. But in this project, this is really useful, no? And then actually you can go here and, you know, if you want, you can even separate these back out and do the framing separate from the wall, okay? Or you can just hide, you know, oh, you can't do that. That hides the whole group. But you could hide, you could probably go into this group and then hide just the wall. Okay, so that is that. Let's get to our dimensions. I just wanted to show you that trick because it's really great. So let's go to level 1. So we're still just kind of sizing this thing up. So we're doing this as a barn door now. So that's a totally different animal, and they don't have that in Revit. So I could wrestle with this for about 30 minutes to get it to work, but I'm going to try, in the interest of saving some time, I'm going to just try to find a quick fix for it. So let's first figure out where the door should go and how wide it should be. It probably makes sense to put a stud right here, right? Okay, and you know, these guys, depending on what we do here at the corner, these guys might need to be doubled, okay? So that's just something we should consider. So let's just be safe right now, and let's just double this guy here specifically, because it's also, well, if it's a barn door, it doesn't really need to be doubled, but let's just do that just in case. And then we're missing a stud over here. Okay, so let's put in a door, and I'll just put in let's just see if we get lucky. Revit City. So they do have barn doors. We could use this one. This one looks pretty good. Yeah, let's download this, okay?
I know, I mean, it's like your fries.
Looks good, no? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Download it. And let's just put all of our downloads in one place, okay? Don't put any junk downloads, but let's go to Designs, and we'll go to New Folder, and we'll go to Revit. Actually, we'll call this Skyline first. I'll move the file that I'm working on now into Skyline, and we'll call this Revit, and we'll call it Families, and we'll put barn door there. Now, to bring that in, we go to Door, we go to Load Family, we go to Get That Family. You can see I'm almost out of space here. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna try to download. That's why I restarted my computers. I wanted to install Vasari. Let's see if it works this time. So if you can, try to do this in the background while I'm going on. I feel like you can't install Autodesk software on campus, right? Have you guys found that? I can do it at home, but I can't do it at school. So we may not be able to do Vasari. If somebody has Vasari on their computer, does anyone have Vasari? I have it on my, you can just send an email. You just download it. You just click download.
Yeah, but then you have to register with them, and in order to register your account, you have to wait for them to download it, and then you have to upload a picture, and you have to write a little thing about yourself, and yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that.
Write a little thing about yourself.
Really?
Send a headshot.
It wouldn't let me get it without uploading a picture, and then
I think you're on the wrong site.
I followed your link.
It sounds like you've been hacked.
Yeah, that sounds very.
It was like
That sounds very strange.
What? You guys actually did it then?
Okay, you guys, I'm loading the component, okay? Everybody, I'm loading the barn door, okay, into my model. I'm putting it right there, okay? So that works out pretty decently. Let's see how the size fits. Okay, this is a 6'8", 3 foot wide door, which sounds pretty good. Let's take a look and.
You have to sign up on their website.
Don't worry, we'll take that out. How's that look? 3 feet? Do you think it needs to be 4 feet? 3 feet's okay, no?
3 feet wide?
3 feet wide. Should we make it wider? We can make it wider. What do you guys think? Nobody cares? Nobody cares. What? You want to go 4?
Yeah, wasn't it?
4 is a little too wide. I know that because we're doing one right now. Let's try 3.5. See, this is what you guys should be doing though as you do things. Check in 3D. So does that look better, 3'6"? Better or worse?
I like it. I like it. That's cool.
I think it looks better.
That looks cool.
Yeah, let's go with that. I think this building I think we need to shrink this building, okay? We got to make this as small as possible so we can afford, actually the stud spacing really wants to make it even a tiny bit wider, I think, no? So let's move this.
Brian. Even at like this like really skinny stuff. It's so beautiful. So I just sent you that other finish.
Oh, but that's the drywall, so I'm just getting it to align well with this double stud here. And I'm going to put the finish. The finish is going inside of that stud, okay? That's why it's not quite there. And this guy here, we could, yeah, we could, you know, add a guy here. Oops. See, again, I should really select all instances in entire project. I'm clicking on the reference planes and I'm just going to pin them all because I don't want them moving around. All right, so then I'm gonna copy this guy here and make a double stud too, just in case we need it. Okay, that's pretty good. So our 3'6" door can just be shimmed 1/4 of an inch. That's pretty good. Let's stay with 3'6", or should we maybe shim it a little more? Maybe we should make it 3'5". Let's make it 3'5". Ooh. Yeah, you know, let's just leave it. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. Okay, so that door is settled. This front door here has got, this front door here looks taller, so let's click on it. It's 84 inches and it's glazed. I don't think we need a glazed door. I think we should just get a single flush door and let's just make it 36 by 80. 80 is 6'8". Okay, so there's my door there. And then for my door, just to get as much usable wall space, we should always try to get your doors as close to the corner as possible, okay? Oh, Lida, that should go to Juliana and also to Dave Patterson.
Yeah.
Did you send it, or do you want me to send it?
All right. You want to send it?
I should probably send it, but
Okay.
I want to send it now, so you can send it. It's fine. Go ahead and change it. Yeah, PDFs would be great. Thank you. Okay, awesome. So, okay, so that's our door has been placed, so it kind of works, you know, gives a little more space inside, okay? Let's see if that messed up our outside. Still okay. This window kind of wants to be the same same head height. Something's funky with that window. Let's click on it. It's a 42 inch by 36 inch. So we need to figure out that that's going to work for egress. Kevin, can you pull up those dimensions again for egress? Should we change this to a double hung? Or as a single, we could do a single, you know what would be really great is to do a tilt and turn, but then the window opens the wrong way. So, I don't know, I could go either way. Tilt and turn, which would be one pane, or we could divide it up into a sliding, or we could do a casement, actually. We could do a single casement. Brian, can you look up the standard sizes and see what's cheaper? Casement, double hung, sliding.
For which door?
For this window, just under Home Depot. It's 42 by 36 right now.
20 wide, 24 high.
20 wide,
44 high.
24 high. And
44 inches above finished floor.
how much, so we're good on that. What was the width?
20.
20, only 20. Okay. So we can have this be a sliding window as shown. Do you guys understand that? Yeah, because you can't fit through that. So it's got to be either double hung, in which case it would have to be 48 inches tall, right, to get the, or even higher to get the 24 inches clear. Or it should probably just be a casement. Casement or tilt and turn.
I'm just sending it to you. The Word doc or PDF?
PDF. Oh, you want me to send it?
It'd
Okay.
be maybe better now.
Okay, I'll send it.
So the turns just that where it just opens a little bit.
Well, it opens all the way if you come inside, but it opens like a little bit from the top. It's great for ventilation. Okay, so let me just send this email real quick. Okay, Lida, where is it? Oh, don't send an email. Put it in the Google Drive. Construction safety.
There's one in there, but that's not the resident.
Okay, I'll wait. So let's just, for now, let's just make this a casement, okay? Oh, it's already a fixed window, so that's just, the problem is the stud is there. Okay, so that's correct. Let's make sure the head height's correct because it looks lower to me. The head height should be 6'8". That's gonna drop it lower. What?
Okay, it's there.
Something's wrong with this window. It's not this one, right? It's still not synced yet. Can you let me know when it's synced? So something's really weird with this window. So let's start looking at our elevations, okay? So let's look at our west elevation and see what's going on here. I'm just gonna set up a reference plane here that is 6'8". Okay, so I'm just going to manually align this with that, okay? It's not quite the right way to do it, but something's weird about the properties of the window. Oh, maybe it's on the wrong level, yeah. Let's get rid of that stud that's bothering Janus. Yeah, it's, yeah, let's check and see it's on the right level. So sill height level B, so sill height should be, well, we want the head height, 6'8". Okay, so our sill height's 3'2", so we're covered in terms of egress. That's less than 44. Okay. Okay. All right. So shall we? We got the doors and the windows kind of done. We got to do a door schedule, a window schedule. We can do that later. You want to work on the deck?
Yeah.
Anything else you guys prefer? Do we really need all these stairs? Huh? Okay, let's work on the deck. Let's work on the deck. So, I'm just thinking if we should frame it with a diagonal. We had already figured this out, right? Emily, Janus, Kevin, what did we figure out for the deck? Were we figuring a diagonal? It was a diagonal? Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's edit the type. Duplicate it. Skyline. Skyline deck. 1. And the structure, the decking is 1.5 inches thick, okay? It's probably not mahogany. It's probably cedar or redwood, but I don't think that they have that anyways. We can make our own material, and I can show you how to do that now, I suppose. I restarted my computer, so that's why the material browser is slow the first time you start it. Lida, in the meantime, I don't see it. Okay, why don't you just email it to me? All right, let's just put wood, and we'll pick, we'll take wood planks, okay? And we're gonna duplicate that. We're gonna duplicate wood planks and call it Skyline Decking 1. I always do that, don't do that. And then for the pattern, let's do a model pattern. Okay, remember that doesn't scale. The drafting pattern is always like the same thickness apart. The model pattern is like the actual thickness. We'll hit OK. We'll see if it works. We'll hit OK. Okay. And give me 1 minute to send this thing because we need it. Oh, now it's there, of course. Sorry, little break from the Revit class. You can get up and go to the bathroom if you're watching at home. Okay, back to Revit. So, structural deck, we're going to say finish 1. Structural deck, we'll just call this lumber. And we'll call that 5.5 inches thick. You guys still with me, or should I just do this at home? Huh? Oh no, we're done. It's gone. The email's done. I'm fast. Okay, so sorry, the break is over. Okay, so here's our decking, and actually this doesn't look very good, so I'm gonna edit the type, and I'm gonna just get rid of I'm just gonna delete this. I'm gonna move this down, and I'm gonna delete this layer and just have the finish, okay? And then we'll just throw the joists in there manually, just like we put the columns in there, because that's what it's gonna really look like, right? So if you notice here on this pattern, it's kind of going the wrong way but we'll let's put the joists in, and once we put the joists in, we'll figure out we'll figure out which way to run the decking. So okay, so one thing you can try, let's try this real quick. Let's try a beam system and as an alternative to what we did with the walls. So if we go here and we find beam, actually let me go to level 1, and we go to where? Oh, structure, okay, beam system, okay, let's save the project. So if we want to do a beam system, we just draw our outline. So let's say we want our beam to go like this for now. And I'm gonna I'm using TR for trim. Okay, TR is trim, which is like fillet also. So that's my beam system, and let's pick my beam type. So Okay, let's just see what happens here. I'm trying to find the, this fixed spacing should be, let's do 2-foot centers. Justification, let's try center. Dimensional lumber, we are going to use 2x6. And that's it, okay? Let's just hit okay, let's see what happens. Oh, that's interesting. It put the labels on there. We didn't need that right now. So, I'm just going to hide these for now. They may come in useful later. Okay, so do you guys see what happened there? It put the beam system on. Wasn't that fast? Yeah? Is that fast? So let's click on my beam system. Sometimes I can click the whole thing, and sometimes I just click on the individual. So you got to like kind of hover over the whole thing, and then let's say edit. Let's do this. The elevation. Let's put these at negative 1.5 inches, okay? Because we want the deck, the top of the deck, to be 1.5 inches. So drop that down, okay? And we probably need to add like a rim beam along here too. But let's get the joists on there first. Does that look about right? Yeah? Am I missing? I'm missing the end guy. So let's look at this in 3D. And fixed distance, justification center. I'm just curious what happens if we do end. That seems to work better on the end, but okay. Well, let's try that for now. Let's do the other guy. Okay, here's a quick way to do it, okay? So whenever I want to do something that's similar to what I have, I just take this one here, and I say Control C, and then I go, oh, they changed everything. There used to be a Modify tab. Oh, here it is. Modify, paste from clipboard, or paste to selected levels, or align to same place. So basically now I have two things on top of each other, but I click this guy here and then I say edit boundary. And so what I can do once I do that is I can just use that same system and you know, and just change the sketch. And I trim it all out, and then I delete these extra lines here. So now the only difficulty is I got to do my beam direction. So I want my beams to go the other way this time, right? Because I want to frame it the short direction, most likely. And then I'm just going to hit OK. So now those don't line up. So this is when it, I'm actually not sure we should do the diagonal for this. It might be just easier to do, I don't know, I don't see any advantage of the diagonal here. Does anybody? Because I think we're going to have like a pier here, a pier here, a pier here, a pier here, one there, and one there, and one there. So that would, right? So we don't need this diagonal thing, no? No, yeah, no, I know. Okay, I think we should change this. So I'm going to change this real quick. I'm going to edit the boundary. And you can do all this stuff in 3D too. So I can pull this down here. I'm just changing the shape, and then I'm going to grab this guy here. And then this time I'm going to pull this guy out here, and then I'm going to trim all that up. So then I need to just change my floor too. So your flooring, It's the same thing exactly, okay? So I need to edit this flooring here, and I'm just gonna go like this and delete all this other stuff. Because that one goes a different direction, because the TNG floor goes perpendicular to the joist. Does that make sense? Okay, so now what should I do with this to get the other guy? And I'm missing it. I'm definitely missing a joist here, but you know, that's why it might be easier not to use the beam system and do it the way we did the walls and just do it manually. But this is a good way to kind of do it quickly. And so let's just stay with this method for now. But sometimes you're missing chunks, like I'm missing a guy in the end there. So what should I do here? You remember what I said? You take the deck, Control C, okay, I hit escape, modify, paste to the same place. So now it says I have two identical instances. So then I can just take this guy, edit the boundary, well, I should do this in level 1, and then draw a line, okay, and draw a line here. Any questions so far? What do I need to do before I finish this out? Huh? Yeah, beam direction. Okay, so this time my beam direction's this way because it just, what? Way to go. Okay, that's kind of cool. Does this mean that I can, okay, that's cool. Did you see that? You can actually add that joist right here. If you turn on the, by the way, I don't know if I told you this. This light bulb turns anything on and off, okay? So I don't know what's going on with this beam system, why this guy's here. It should not be there, okay? But we can move him to the end. But the projector's really whacked.
No, one of them is not there.
One of them's off?
One of them on the left, the second one from the bottom on the left, or the third one. Yeah. See?
Oh.
One
What?
is not like the others.
Yeah, but see, when you look at him, he's fine.
Okay, you gotta have at least one branch.
What is going on here? I've never even used this thing, so
I like this design.
I have no idea what's going on here. I don't even know. It's just honestly, I don't really. I'm not really liking this beam system. I would almost just put them in manually. No? Do you remember how to put them in manually? This looks straight now. Okay, but here's the problem. I made another deck and it's gone. So let's do it again. Copy. Paste to the same place. Edit the boundary. Go to level 1. Just draw a brand new spanking deck. Alright, and then we do that. And then we hit OK. Well, we got to do beam direction. Okay, so you know what I did? You know what I did? I duplicated the beam system, not the deck. That's what happened. Let me try to delete it now. Okay, by the way, if you hide things, you can unhide them by right-clicking on them. Okay, when you're in this light bulb view. All right, I still need to add some like edging things here, but, and you know, the thing that I think should happen here is this column should really go down through to these little foundation guys, which might become, maybe they should become big skid guys, no? Like Kevin had? What do you think? Huh? Yours are? No, these ones? Okay, let's hold off on that. Let's get the size of this space done, okay? Let's turn the furniture back on. What we really need to do is we need to nail down the size of this thing. So let's I'm gonna delete all these reference planes, okay? Because we have the grid lines, right? So let's make sure our grid lines are in the right place before I delete them all. Okay, so that's one grid line, and then this is another grid line. That's in the right place. That grid line's in the right place. This one is not in the right place. We need to put it in the right place. Okay, and then I'm going to delete all these. So I just select everything, I use the filter, and then I get rid of the reference planes. I delete them all. Let me try that again. Select everything, only select the reference planes, and then delete them all. Oh, what's the problem here? Why can't I delete them? They're pinned. So I'm going to unpin them. The unpin button is there. I'm going to use the filter. Try it again. Filter. I think it's showing as a model group. I'll delete those guys. Okay. So there's my building. So I really think we can make this smaller, right? Like almost by an entire bay? No? It's a bit much? Can we try? I'm just curious. Let's try another thing here. Let's bring this over here and just, if we end up having to do this as 16-inch spacing, let's just see what that would be like. That's 16-inch spacing, so we could do 16-inch spacing and pull it down that much. But I really don't think we need 16-inch spacing. It's a little bit much. What do you think we can shave off this design, you guys? A foot? Right now we're at 10 foot 8.5. Don't forget we need to put this guy in here. Annotate. So this is your other best friend, annotate detail lines, and this is how you just draw in 2D. So you're going to be using this a lot. You model as much as you can and you do the rest with detail lines. So in the case of our circle, we put a radius of 2.5 feet. So again, you go to annotate and you go to detail line and then you go to circle and then you go 2'6". And then here's something that's kind of interesting. Under the type of lines, that's big. You want to change this to like overhead lines, something that's dashed. And then the table's not in here. You guys don't have the table in yet?
Not yet.
All right, so let's just okay, let's put in a table. Component, place a component.
Are they going too far back? Can they go like
let's go load a family. Let's go to furniture. Let's go to tables. Let's go with the table rectangular. Okay, this is important. You guys all need to know how to bring in a component. Okay, so open it. So now we can just place it in here. Boom. Okay, now what do we do? It's way too big. Mona, how big is it supposed to be? Edit the type. Duplicate it. What is it supposed to be?
3 by
What? 3 by what?
3 by 2.
Really? Let's just do 2 by 3.
Yeah, I meant the other way around. 2 by 2.
All right, like that?
Yeah.
So you have to squeeze in there to get to the table, huh? So let's load in a chair. How do we load in a chair? Component, load family, furniture, seating. These are all a little fancy. How about that one? No? None of these are appropriate. None of these are appropriate to our little, the bench. Why don't we just go to Revit City real quick? Zigzag chair? Oh, how about this? How about Eames chair? Let's do that.
Yeah, put in a $1,500
Should we pick a different one? Maybe we should pick something more basic. You think it's okay? What do you guys want? What do you want for the chair? There's this one, the child's chair.
I think the Eames one will show our spirit, not our budget.
I like that. By the way, this is kind of cool siding, no?
Yeah, we're looking into some of that sort of scale stuff.
Let's go with a zigzag. It looks like it's cheap and cool and Mr. Gigi's zigzag chair. Designs, Skyline, Revit, families. All right, let's get that thing.
Shadow cloud. Man, New Zealand really has all the good cladding.
Oh, I think we're gonna need another break in a little bit. What do you think? 5 minutes, okay? All right, let's look at a, by the way, here's another thing. When you go to the 3D view, you know, you can change this to hidden line. And remember I talked to you guys about this last time. You can, I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna call it my, interior working view, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn on my section box. So to get the properties for the view, you just click in the window. Don't click anything, and then your properties box automatically goes to your view properties. And then you get your section box, and then you can drag it in here, and you can see what's going on here, okay? So now I can see my chair needs to be rotated. So to rotate it, these are kind of standard commands, so click it. Find the rotate command and then just go boom, 90 degrees, and then put it in here. And then I'm going to mirror that guy and put that in here. Check out my 3D view. So I just need to pull this away from the wall a little bit because it's overlapping my finish. I still think this should be an IKEA pull-down table, but anyways, you get an idea of what the space looks like, right? I really think we need a full bed. What? Yeah, we'll whoever's in charge of modeling the furniture will fix that, okay? We're just doing the big picture here. If I do everything correctly, I won't get anything done. So we really need a full bed. Now let's see if we can find a bunk bed with a full. Like the one that Emily had. Twin. Or we could put a bunk bed with a futon below. Let's look for, is that what you think we should do? Futon? I think that's good. That's good for you because you may never, like, if you're able-bodied, you just sleep in the upper loft. And then the bottom one becomes a couch. Yeah, good deal. Ooh, look at this, Walmart.com. So this is exactly what we want, but prettier. Is this not exactly what we want? Functionality-wise?
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to use it, and you guys should just edit this family. Okay? Yeah, this is good. Ugly, but very good. In fact, that's what they had when I stayed in the
That should
yurt.
be the secondary like design competition.
Oh no, I know. The whole furniture design is going to be super interesting, and will also take at least 3 weeks to build.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Honestly, we're going to be lucky to finish this in time, but whatever. Well, let's just do our best, okay? So let me. So what do I do to bring that bed in, guys? Remember, component, load family. And then it always defaults to Imperial, so I have to go in and I just, do this manually. Go to my designs, Skyline, and after this we're going to take a break. Eclipse futon. So let me, component. Okay. And there's just one size, so let's just throw it in there. Wow. It's awesome. That's great. Let's pull this. Okay, we got a little problem there. Rotating it, and we're gonna, okay, and then I'm gonna delete these joists. I still want to shrink this place up if we can. I want to save money and materials. So let's go to our view, interior working view. Okay. Now we got, okay, let's stop right there, save it. Let's everyone get some snack or whatever, and we'll come back. Ina, can you log in? Let's, we're going to do the loft. We're going to do the sheets, plan section. We're going to do all the drawings next, okay? We're going to have to skip the sustainable stuff because I can't get Vasari. We'll do that on Wednesday. Or, I don't know. I guess we have to do it Wednesday. Let's get these working drawings done. Let's start building the... Oh, good. Well, you have a map. So can you stop the recording and log in? And, is that plugged in?
Oh, Emily. Stop recording.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Did you guys, is Tony here?
Oh, it's yours?
Is he still here? Did you guys get my email? Yeah, I did. Anybody want to chip in?